Let's look at what we call the car loan. We've been doing simple interest and compound interest. Let's look at how we do this. Sila wants to buy a new car, but before he signs a contract, he wants to look at various options. He is interested in buying Hyundai i20, makes an appointment with a salesperson to show him the various options. The following table was presented to him. All right, when you look at the following table, what you have first and foremost, you have option 1 and you have option 2. Option 1 has no balloon. Option 2 has a balloon payment. What could be, or what's the meaning of a balloon payment? It's a lump sum money one pays at the end of the loan. Lump sum amount of money one pays at the end of the loan. We shall see how it's calculated. So we shall look at the options. All right. When we look at these options, they all have a compulsory once-off payment, which is 1,140. Then a monthly admission fee of 57 rands every month. Then we have the balloon payment is a final amount that is payable in the last month of the contract. Take note of that. Remember, option 1 has no balloon. Option 2 has a balloon. Option 1 has a certain deposit. Option 2 has no deposit. Let's look at the question and we say they are telling us, show how the loan amount for option 1 was calculated. These guys are we are given the formula here, so we don't need to complain. We are given the formula and let's start and see. The formula says you need to get the cash price. Go to our table here, the cash price. The cash price is this one here. So we shall write it down. We shall say, in the formula we need the cash price, deposit, once off. So the cash price, we've seen it already as 165,000 minus, we can see the deposit A, 10,000 plus the once-off payment here, this one here, which is 1,000. Indeed, you will get the answer as 156,140. That's how they got their answer. Calculate the total amount that Sitler will pay after 6 years in option 1. So what are we going to do? Remember, in option 1, over a period of 6 years. 6 years, we need to turn it into months. Why do we turn it into months? Because the person paid monthly installments. Monthly installments that were made. So first and foremost, we shall go to the table there. Look how much was the monthly installment. Here in option 1, it's 3,122 rand 49 cents. So we shall write it and say 3,122 rands 49 cents times the number of installments. In 6 years, we have 72 installments, which is 6 times 7. On top of this, the person would have paid a deposit of 10,000. So at the end of it all, how much will the person have paid? How much will the person have paid? Yes, in the brackets we have 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . 200 . add on the 10,000, which becomes okay, the total amount that they will pay in option 2. So in option 2, these are the things it's going to pay for. Interest, don't mind about the interest. Why? It's already in the monthly. How long is the loan? 6 years. How much? This is our interest. How much is it? It's this much. And here's the balloon also. Remember, he never had any deposit. So we shall come down and say, option 2, total amount, we shall say the monthly payment, which is 2,921 rands 80 cents times 72. Where do you get the 72 from? It's the 6 years. 6 years. 6 years times 12. We are looking for the number of installments. Okay. Then we get the answer there as, sorry, on top of this, he has to pay the balloon, which is it's calculated at 25% of the cash money. So we get the final answer as, pick a calculator and you put these values in. I believe you have a total of 251,567 rand 76 cents. All right, then we go to the difference. Calculate the difference between answer in question 5.2 and difference simply means we are going to subtract. We are subtracting. So the answer that you have, you subtract the big number minus the smaller number. So we have our answer as 16,748 rands 48 cents. That's the difference. Then they say explain the monthly repayment of option 2. Explain why the monthly repayment of option 2 is lower than the option 1 where deposit has been paid. I believe it's lower because it has the balloon. Just the balloon what? Just the balloon payment. It's lower. The person has the balloon what? Payment. All right, let's look at higher purchase. There's an example here. Someone wants to buy a refrigerator. Someone wants to buy a refrigerator worth 13,999 rands. All right. So the person decides to buy it on higher purchase. The person decides to buy it on higher purchase. To take note, higher purchase, someone buys, under higher purchase, one will have to put down a deposit. Then After putting out the deposit, we have what we call the outstanding balance. Outstanding balance will equal to the cash money minus the deposit. There are two ways you can do this, or you can get 100 minus the deposit divided by 100 times the cash price. That's another method you can use to get straightforward. All right, now this is when you're looking for outstanding balance. But if they ask for deposit, only take the percentage for the deposit times the cash price. Yeah. What you have to know under hire purchase. Hire purchase. What you have to know, one has to pay a deposit. Then after deposit, there's what remains as outstanding balance. Outstanding balance. It's from the outstanding balance that we charge the interest. We shall calculate it the same way we do simple interest. Outstanding balance, it's where we charge the interest. The same way we do interest, simple interest rate. All right. This is done. Hey, let's look at the question that we have down here. It says, person doesn't have cash required to purchase the fridge. He decides to buy the fridge on hire purchase at 22.5% per annum, simple interest over a period of 24 months, which is 2 years. Question number 6.1. The person pays a deposit of 10% cash price. Calculate the deposit amount. Now, here we shall take 10%, which is the same as 0.1 times 13,999. And let's see what answer we get. 1,399.90 cents. This is the deposit that was required. So calculate the loan amount that Theo will need after paying the deposit. Now, of the 13, actually the loan amount, this one, it will be the same as outstanding. The outstanding balance. So we shall say 13,999 minus 1,399.90 cents. And you end up having 12,599.10 cents. So that's how we get that. And we go determine the total amount. Take note. Total amount that he will end up paying for the fridge at simple interest. So first and foremost, we said this will be calculated on the outstanding balance or the balance that we have here, which will be, so it's 22.5% times 12,599.10 cents. We get 2,834 rands 80 cents. But remember, this is only for 1 year, but it's going to take the for 2 years. Multiply. So for 2 years, the interest is this much. Plus the money the person has taken. So at the end, person has this much. Plus the deposit. All right. Oh, let me do it here. Question 6.3. We are looking at the total amount paid at the end of the 2 years. So first and foremost, you look for the outstanding balance. You look for the outstanding balance, which is the loan amount that you have already in 6.2, which was supposed to be so we look for this is the loan amount. So this is the amount that will carry interest. Why? Because deposit does not carry interest, it's once off. So from here, we shall multiply this by the simple interest value, which is this much. So we shall say 0.225. And we end up having interest of 2,834 rands 80 cents. This is for only 1 year, but we multiply by 2. All right, multiply by 2, and we get the 5,669.60 cents plus the loan amount, which is the money the person has taken, and we get 18,268.70 cents plus the deposit. As you add the deposit, it comes to 19,668.60 cents. This is the total amount one will pay in the 2 years. All right. Now, when we look at 6.4, they are asking us needs to pay off his loan, which excludes the deposit in equal monthly installments. Exclude the deposit in equal. So how much each installment, in other words, they're looking for monthly installments. So remember, we added deposit. This is it. So we pick this number here. which is 18,226.70. We divide this by 12. So the monthly installment has to be 1,522 rands, 39 cents. That's what we look at. That's how we do it. Let's look at the personal loan. Let's look at the personal loan. Yeah, the person wants to take, he wants to renovate the house and he needs 25,000. He approached his bank for the personal loan. He was provided with a personal loan repayment plan as shown in the table 3 below. All right. All you have to know, for how long. So the periods will be here. This is half a year, full year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, and 5. That's the maximum. So if you take 10,000, you'll be paying this much. If you're paying for 6 months, you'll be paying 2,017 rands 83 cents every month. These are monthly installments, and depending. Now, what I want you to know is that the longer the period, the bigger the payback, but the shorter the monthly installments. Whereas the smaller the monthly, sorry, the smaller the period, the smaller the payback, but your monthly repayment will be big. That's what I want you to know here. That's why you see 10,000, if you're going for 6 months, it's short, but the monthly repayment is big compared to these other ones. But indeed, for the person who has paid back the 10,000 in 6 months will pay less compared to someone who was paid in a full year. Okay, determine how much money of his own funds Mr. Dawo will have to renovate the house if he takes a personal loan of 10,000. So remember, to renovate, he needs 25,000. But he has woken up and he has taken 10,000. So how much is his personal amount? It's 15,000. Eventually, Mr. Tao eventually decides to take a personal loan of 10,000, repayable over 4 years. So let's see, determine the initial amount of money. No, there's no question there. Determine, number 1, the initial admin fee as a percentage of the loan amount. Let's go and find out what the initial amount fee. The initial 12. It's 1,207.50 cents. 1,207 rands 50 cents. You divide by the loan amount, but remember he has taken 10,000 times 100. This is approximately, let me see, this goes. Approximately 13. The monthly amount that he will have to pay for this loan. Let's go back to the table. So for 4 years, taking 10,000. So this is a monthly amount. 355 rands 95 cents. So the total monthly admin fee of 69. The Saturn paid his first installment at March 2020. The monthly installments are payable at the end of each month. Determine the month and the year when Tao will pay his last. Remember, 2020, he has taken 4 years. So it's supposed to be, he has to end in 2024. But then this is March. So he will end in March 2024. It will be 2023. Remember, there are 3 years. So 2020 is already paying. So we go to 2022, second year 2022, third year 2023. So he has to end in March 2023. Thank you very much.